What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are doing another rebuild. Today, we're doing a fantasy draft rebuild, which we've done multiple times, but we're doing one of the Raiders. At least it's not the Packers, right? I know you guys are sick of hearing the team, sick of seeing the team. That's always my team for these fantasy draft rebuilds. And we are going to be using the updated rookie class rosters. I will say, though, I will probably have to adjust a bunch of devs. Maybe. I don't know. It's going to be a tough one to call because they're going to go a little bit later than they should, just based on the fact that they're all going to be normal, but there's nothing that can be done about that, simply put. So I'm trying to think of what I want to do. We're also live on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr doing this. So next time, because obviously by the time you watch this, I unlikely will be live at the time you're watching, you know, get in here and you can make some choices, because I'm pretty sure we're going to make the majority of this thing choice-based on, you know, what chat thinks. So that's pretty much that. But let's get into this thing. So Tyreek was the #1 pick. Not bad, not bad. Okay, I like the first pick. I think I would have probably, of those players, I would have also went Tyreek. First-round wide receivers, Tyreek, not bad. So the chat has spoken. Well, most of them have spoken. Some people have decided Humphrey or Dalvin Cook or Donald. No one wanted Mac, which is kind of disappointing. But Tyreek Hill is our choice. The absolute speed demon. The only guy you cannot stop in Madden. Everyone else, you can kind of stop. You just can't stop Tyreek. Impossible. We're going to take him. Now we have pick 12 in the second round. We have to decide what list we want there. All right, so the second choice, which actually is a really good choice again, Mr. Marlon Humphrey. You know, guys like Mac run the list. Fred Warner was close. Some other guys were close, but, you know, here we are. All right, so this is kind of cheating, but I think we are going to buff Trevor Lawrence's dev, but I think we can just buff all of the devs. It's going to take me a while, but I think I don't know if I want to, but regardless, we're going to draft Trevor Lawrence. That was what the choice of the chat was, and he looks absolutely insane here. I don't know. It seems like it could be real, though. Like, it could be, right? Yeah, we'll go for it. All right, so the chat is going off on a tangent, doing well. Denzel Ward is the pick. I didn't think Denzel Ward lasted this long. I really didn't. Could have something to do with the rookies in there, maybe. I have no idea. So Montez Sweat was the choice. We had Chubb, but, you know, very close. We did the repoll, and Sweat did win. I can't really, you know, hate on it. I think Chubb's a better all-around player, but that speed from Sweat is very appealing, I will say. All right, so Frank Ragnall, which is actually, like, literally right where he would go. This is a very good pick. Could move him to tackle if we have to. A guy that just got paid to be the highest-paid center in the league. Was it center, or is it just lineman in general? I think it was center. It was a landslide for a factoid. All right, so Justin Jefferson wins. It was against him, Winfield, Eddie Jackson, James Daniels, and Sewell. So Justin Jefferson is the way to go. 117. We took him at 213. So we actually had a good evaluation finally. Is he superstar? I feel like he's only star, but obviously at his age, he's still an absolute win. All right, I think this is the valuation for him. He's a youngster, obviously. Mr. Javon Kinlaw. We're going to take Mr. Sewell as he was the choice over AVT, Pitts, Gary, and Chin. Because of where we're taking him, I'm only going to make him star, though. I think that's fair. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make him star. So we're going to go with Joke. The man with some speed. The man with the plan. Catching's a little low, but it's fine. He's looking pretty good. We're going to make him a star just because it is pick. It's only round 10. He's a low overall. I think this is actually pretty fair. You know, you used to be able to get, like, Patrick Queen. You probably still can get Patrick Queen. You can get Patrick Queen, Devin Bush before he got higher in overall around here. Actually, probably later than this. So, I mean, you could even make the argument that we reached. All right, so not much of a surprise, Micah Parsons. I think this is kind of right. We'd be getting very lucky here to see Parsons still here next Madden, assuming he's superstar or better. But we're going to say that he's only a star here, which is fair. All right, so Pitts wins it, finally being drafted here. Obviously, we're going to boost his speed and excel. And I think because we've seen Dawson Knox there with star, we're just barely going to give him a star dev. Just barely going to say, you know what, he's star. Just barely. All right, Rashawn Slater, a guy you can also make the argument that may not be here if he was star, but there are some pretty good overalls, like Michael Onwenu, 80 overall left guard, still there. So we're gonna give him star, even though there's a good chance he could be superstar. All right, so Najee Harris, DeAndre Swift is gone, and obviously he was kind of like the last young star development trait player. So Najee Harris is gonna be taken, but he will be normal. Will that matter though? That's the question. Terrell Edmonds is the winner. I love the choice. I love it. It's probably because I mentioned him a lot, so that's probably why he was voted on, but I like the choice. It's a good choice. Morg, we'll take him. I'm probably saying his name wrong every time, so I'm glad that we chose. All right, so Mr. Christian Barmore is going to be our pick here. Obviously, we're going to keep him at normal because if he was star, he would have been gone. And they're saying it was a kind of a iffy little pick. All right, so Waddle. It was between Chase, Devontae, and Waddle, and apparently the fans have spoken. The NFL fans want Waddle the most. All right, Wyatt Davis, another normal dev. We're not going to change lineman because obviously he's really late. So JC Horn, of course, only going to be normal here. Pretty much all the players that we've taken that are rookies late would be superstar in real life or, star to superstar. But obviously I feel like they aren't taken in the spot that they're supposed to. That I think it's fair. The problem is I am not going to be like finishing this all in one go. So hopefully we don't forget about this. That would be really unfortunate if we did. But yeah, okay, not a bad draft. The rest, of course, will be me doing it. Just because at this point, it's all going to be backups. Well, maybe not all backups, but a lot are going to be backups. They're not going to really matter too much. The people, the viewers that drafted so far, those are the players, the guys they took. Those are the guys that matter, and I think they did pretty damn good. All right, it's just you and me now. The draft has completed. We're not on stream anymore. We are post-draft, as some would call it. This is what the team ended up being. I changed the devs. I can't remember exactly what I said in that first part, but I imagine these are what we would have said. I think 2 of the linemen were supposed to be normal, and then Sewell we allowed to be star. Obviously, in the game, he's going to be superstar. Probably, well, let me say obviously, but likely going to be superstar, but we drafted him way too late for superstar. You could even make the argument that Trevor Lawrence in the 3rd round shouldn't even be superstar because superstar quarterbacks, especially if they go with the same model as it is now, probably late first at worst, early second, but it was close enough to where I allow it. Could have X Factor out the gate, probably will be superstar. Jalen Waddle, star development trait. Justin Jefferson with 86 overall. I don't know what his dev is. I'm pretty sure it's star, but I might as well take a look, right? He is star, unfortunately, but it's okay. Waddle, of course, like I said, star. Defensively, I think we might have said Parsons should be normal. I can't 100% remember, but star for these two, and then Horn at star. I don't know if maybe he should have been normal. I'm not 100% sure, but sue me. It's really not that big of a deal. I don't think there was any egregious ones, so that's really all you can ask for. We have a very high scheme fit. We have an 87 for vertical zone run and 100% for 4-3, which is really impressive. Decided to go with Tennessee offense because I like what Najee Harris brings, kind of like a Derrick Henry type, so I'd like to see him just run right into the ground right away. Is Tyreek our oldest player? That can't be true, right? This can't be true. He technically is. He's tied for the oldest at 26. That's how you know you balled out. We had Harrison Butker as well. Michael Dixon. I didn't really show you everyone we finished with, but we're definitely lacking on the lineman, the linebacker side, which is why our pass rusher opposite side of Sweat is kind of rough. So that's where we're going to be focusing. And let me tell you something, kids. The team is God tier. We've had it in the past lots of times, actually, where, we draft a really good team that's young. I will say it might have played a little bit of a factor that we got a bunch of these guys, these normal dev rookies, but at the same time, there's really no difference between a Kyle Pitts to I can't really even say because Foster Moreau and all those guys are actually star already, so they actually dev up faster, but there's no difference between a Najee Harris and, a Swift who already is hidden. You could get him later. So realistically, it's just the team worked out. I don't know. It might be Trevor Lawrence again, though. That man is just an absolute glitch. Let's take a look at our season, though. 14-2 with a bye week out the gate. Chat drafted very well. We cleaned up a little bit, but there really wasn't a whole lot to grab, Obviously, I put some of the votes or all the votes together, but there was some decisions that I didn't agree with. There were some other ones. Like I wanted Pitts earlier. Obviously, it would have been a higher dev, but Trevor Lawrence, very solid stuff. Could even be MVP. Najee Harris, obviously star. It would be really nice to see him get a breakout before the season's over, and then he gets the superstar. Justin Jefferson, obviously superstar. Pitts has to be star. Tyreek, don't ask about him. I didn't. Who did? Tell me who asked. Blocking was really good. Joke with the 126 for tackles. Montez Sweat with 12. Patrick Jones with 8.5. Okay, that's a little bit of a pleasant surprise. Had some picks. This is a very good season. Let me tell you. Michael Dixon and, all of that was fine. Tyreek Hill with 2 times. Man, that guy went off. That Tyreek Hill guy, pretty decent player, some would say. Zach Wilson MVP. How in the world did Trevor Lawrence not win Rookie of the Year? That is insane. That's unbelievable. We got cucked. Defensive Rookie of the Year, though. We got that. That's nice. It's sweet. Who was the best quarterback? Kirk Cousins? I don't even know how any of what does this even mean? Zach Wilson, what is this? Hello? Offensive Rookie of the Year. Oh, so does Rookie of the Year kind of count like MVP? Same with Offensive Player? Okay, fair enough. I thought it was only MVP that counted, rushing touchdowns and all that. Justin Jefferson won an award at least. A lot of players all over the board, so we don't know, what team is really strong or not. But a lot of the teams are going to be pretty similar in overall, but we should be higher than all of them already. 86 overall to the 83 overall Jacksonville Jaguars, and they have Tom Brady, so, they're going to get worse next season. But that's not the point. The point is now, not next season, now season. This season. Is this what the stadium actually looks like, or is this just like a placeholder stadium? So I'm going to be honest. This looks like some bare bones, I wouldn't say bare bones, but this looks like some max profitation stadium situation. It's like we're in 2021. I want the stadium to literally lift itself off the ground and walk somewhere if it needs to. I'm just saying. 28-31. This is a close game. Can't really argue with, the results of this one. 35-31, and they're driving. They get the touchdown. Pick back, though. What's happening? And they get the field goal. It's overtime. Oh, no. Ooh. Penalty against the offense. 15-yarder. It was 14 yards. They went for it. No way, dude. Let's be honest. Okay, if you signed up to this fantasy draft rebuild thinking, oh, there might not be a chance for him to win a Super Bowl, you're crazy. The question is, how many are we going to win? And that's a good bait. That would have been like a legendary bait there. That was very good. I think we would have had him. I'm going to, give myself a pat on the back there. I think we would have had him. Owusu. And I hit nothing but air. He only gains a yard, though, maybe 2. As we're now going to see a 3rd and goal situation. I won't play the offense. That's a little too much playing my hand into the game. But if we can stop them, that's a lot of faith for me to say the offense as if, we're going to get a chance. We might not have a shot. That is God tier usering. No shot. Could you imagine he would have Darasol just put himself into the end zone? Because that's how it works. You just put yourself in the end zone. Oh, wow. Okay, slow start. Very risky stuff. And did we throw a pick? What happened? I'd like to see. Like I said, I'm okay with the result. I just wanted to, threw the ball away in 4th and 8. Nice. Similar quarterbacking there, rushing, they had a little bit more help because that's what Tom Brady has in his career. Sack totals, we had some decent numbers across the board. Trayvon, my dude, killed it. I can't believe we didn't win. I just can't believe it. What a game, though. What a game. It's a close matchup. That'd be something I'd like to see. Well, besides Tom Brady winning, another playoff game and getting very close to the Super Bowl. As it is the Chiefs versus the Cowboys, and the Cowboys win. Love the fact that the same teams keep winning. As far as dev-ups go, all of the expected ones, I will say I would have expected Lawrence to go to X Factor, but it makes sense because you have to be number 1, I think, in one of them. Justin Jefferson obviously goes to Superstar. What are his abilities? Grab and go. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then Kyle Pitts. Can we break the glitch? Can we break the stupid glitch that makes it where star dev tight ends just can't go to Superstar? I don't know why that's a thing, but it just is. Micah Parsons goes to Superstar. Even Madden can't tell who he is. They don't know what his position is. I'm going to say Reach Elite because it kind of is like a I don't know, it's like a run stopper, pass rusher kind of ability, so it's kind of 50-50 in between. I'm also going to cheese it a little bit and put Patrick Jones as star. 8.5 sacks as a rookie is impressive in Madden. I don't even think I expect him to start. We'll probably end up drafting a guy, but just in case, I think it's fair. I think it's fair. You could also make an argument for Owusu, but I'm not going to make that argument here today. Let's take a look at our re-signings. I didn't look at any of them, so backup. Technically starter, but we can do better. Backup. A lot of these guys are backups, and they're asking for more than backup money. You know, I'm going to pay Kendrick Green a 2-year because he's, on par for what you would expect to be in free agency, and if you don't land a hidden development rookie, that's pretty much where you're going to get anyways, so I suppose save the picks, or just move all of the picks into one pick to grab like a surefire DN starter or something like that, because, you can see here, there just isn't any names here. I would imagine like 73 overall, probably be the highest O-lineman. Eric Fisher, the left tackles, they're old as hell anyways. You're not seeing any crazy talent here. All right, it's draft time, boy! And the best player that we could get is John Crosby. He is he had a sick combine. I don't know if there's anything to him, but realistically, at pick 28, there's not much you can do about that. DT's kind of one of the bigger needs. This guy is, there's another guy similar to this guy, but he's later, or this guy's later than the other guy. He's middle of the first. This guy, they said, took too much time off, perhaps, but I think he's worth taking just because he was mentioned. But there's also a nice corner. We don't really need that. It's really DT and D-end more than anything. Linebacker's up there as well. I'd probably go to 18 and see what the trade-up could cost. John Crosby at the Giants is a very good fit. I think that might be the DT. I'm not 100% sure. Money was a 7.7 combine grade outside linebacker, but he was kind of looking rough on the potentials, so even if he was a god, we probably wouldn't have been able to trade up anyways, but I would have given him a thought if he was really, really good, You might as well trade it all if he's the guy. It's a pretty big ask, but I'll take it. We move up from 28 to 18 using Barmore in a second. Second round pick is next year, of course. Just barely missed out on a third, but couldn't really do much about it. Hopefully our DT is there, which he is. I did pay attention, but, he could have went higher, and I just didn't see it. J.D. Wilkins, can't wait for us to draft a 77 overall normal DT. That just makes it a waste of a trade. 76 overall. He is better than Barmore here, and he is technically younger, but overall, that's about as big of a sell as you can get. We trade away a second next year, and a guy that's just as good already for a DT that's worse. We're paying it, trying to go for luck. Because if that guy's hidden, obviously, he's very solid, but that's not the case here, is it? These fantasy rebuilds, it's the only thing that really sucks is that you get these situations where you just don't really have anything to draft unless you want to get wild with it. Greg Peak, he's good enough probably to draft, right? So Patrick Jones could be replaced, or, we took another guy that's just a waste. We're going to end up trading up again. Pick 60 and 124 for 43. If it's not fair, I don't really care too much because, one, it's a fantasy rebuild, and two, we did have to pay a lot for 28 to 18. I think that was way more than we were supposed to. Greg Peak is not worth it. He's decently fast, but that's just a waste of a pick too. And then our other linebacker that we had is just completely gone. I love it. We traded up again for a solid looking tight end. I believe that's what I'm going to take. Trevor Yates looks really good. There's not really much more we could use, so I'm going to take Mr. Trevor Yates. And hidden development. I would have expected a higher overall than that, to be honest, but seems like a good value pick, right? Solid backup. Once again, really just going for best available there. Obviously, we traded up, but yeah, we wasted a second round next year, maybe a third, definitely a fourth. Quite a bit of stuff. And as far as our draft picks left, there's really not much. So Nick Thorpe and maybe some random middle linebacker. Going for a random decent combine. Oh, okay. A random combine guy. 70 overall for a undrafted guy. Like quite a bit down the list as well. That's pretty impressive. And then a fast guy at running back, Damian Burris. Well, fastest guy available. Not a fast guy in general. And I believe our only hidden of the entire class is that tight end. And there's really not much more we could have done in the draft. I mean, I will take a look at some of the other guys just because I'm curious to see how good they were, but we didn't really make a bad decision. Star development, I mean, we made bad decisions. It's just we didn't really make a bad decision over another. We'll go number 80. This would have been the guy I would have taken if I had a better pick, but obviously we just didn't. Looks really fast. They said he had a sick combine, which we already seen that. I don't know why we would have needed that information. He is a superstar. Definitely a win. Once you get to that superstar, it makes it automatically worth it. Evans, yikes. Here's the first round tight end, Seth Warner. If he had aggressive, I would still say he's really, really good, which he is. But without aggressive, he's kind of, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? Here's money. He is hitting 23 with really rough potentials. I would have probably turned this guy into a coverage guy just based on what we need. But if he has superstar better, then I probably would put him on the D-line, which he only has star. So yeah, I think I would have put him at linebacker, like coverage. All right, here's the squad. So nothing really changes. We have a new number 2 DT, but that doesn't really improve our situation at all. What else do we have? The pass rusher wasn't anything. I mean, there really wasn't much we did. It's not much, but there really wasn't much we needed to do. So, I mean, year 2. All right, Harrison Butker, he's like the dude of kickers, so we're going to go with a 5-year, $27 million deal. Michael Dixon, he's a very solid punter as well, so let's get that special teams locked up. Fullback, yeah, why not? We're running the ball pretty damn well, so keep it, and then everyone else no one cares about. Not quite as good, but we're still on par. Hey, we do still get a bye week, which is nice. 13-3, lost one extra game this season. Broncos, we lost to Washington football team and the Chiefs, so some pretty decent teams. Well, actually, I don't know, because I keep forgetting this is a fantasy. And Trevor Lawrence is obviously going to X Factor because he was number 1 in both categories for passing. Najee Harris, maybe superstar. I'm not 100% sure, though. Justin Jefferson at X Factor for sure. Tyreek, solid. Pitts, maybe superstar, but once again, star to superstar in general, I think, is glitched. So even if he was God tier, I don't know if he would go up in dev. Sweat with 11. Patrick Jones with 6. Kinlaw with 6. Interceptions, nothing crazy. Harrison Butker only missed 1 kick, and it was blocked. In case you guys are punting freaks, there you go. Michael Dixon with another similar season. No double rushing touchdowns for Tyreek Hill, though. Obviously, MVP of the league is Trevor Lawrence. And all the rookies, even without their dev-ups, are just absolutely balling. They're absolutely balling. Trevor Lawrence with, Offensive Player of the Year on top of MVP. Obviously, Rookie of the Year, we would never win that on defense or offense. We didn't grab anyone really that good. Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, best quarterback list. Same with Justin Jefferson for wide receiver. Back-to-back years for him, though. Mac back-to-back years, and that's pretty much that. We're already back into the divisional round again. Can we actually win one this time? The Chiefs did lose in the Super Bowl, so we know they're obviously a very good team, not to be taken too lightly. Just one win. That's at this point. Come on. Oh, no, not Justin Fields. They got Justin Fields. He's like a god in Sim. 10-7. 10 all. I think rookie quarterbacks is just do well in Sim in general. I think EA just puts that in there because they know people are tending to start rookie quarterbacks. So, or not even just that, but in general, if you have a rookie quarterback starting, that means that you feel they have potential, right? Maybe that's what, I don't know if there's anything to that, but it just seems like rookies always do well. Fields, not super great. Lawrence wasn't great either, but he was better. And Najee Harris crushing it, man. It's Najee Harris, Derrick Henry, those types of bodies that just dominate in Sim. As Greedy Williams, the guy you can't go a fantasy draft without grabbing. Mr. Greedy Williams of the pick. You can't avoid it. You got to do it. I don't know what Montez Sweat starts with, but 91 speed, 94 excel. It's insane. Conference championship going up against the Titans. 91 to their 87. We usually have a +3 to +4 on everyone. Don't know if that'll happen, the following season. It's a lot harder to get further and further ahead once you get higher up. Another home game as always because we have that locked up as Dallas could look to win back-to-back. Justin Herbert, the quarterback for Tennessee. And we give up touchdowns right away every freaking game, don't we? 7-all start of the second quarter. 14-7. I don't like this one because we don't look like we're scoring too well in this one. 14-10, 13-14. Not liking the lack of scoring. We finally get a touchdown there. as we're going to win and head to the Super Bowl already in year 2. I thought we would have probably won it last season, though, because we looked like we were just primed. Both quarterbacks similar, not great either. Percentages under 60%. Rushing was more the story for this one. We didn't really run the ball that well, but, Najee did just enough, I feel, as we did win, obviously. Sack totals, kind of across the board. No picks for us, though, which usually would be good for a pick or two. Oh, look at that jersey swap. Woo! And it's Super Bowl time. Let's take a look at those dev-ups. So we're going against the Lions, of course. Not that bad of a poll, all things considered. X Factor Lawrence, X Factor Jefferson. A little surprised Najee didn't go up to Superstar. Not surprised at all Kyle Pitts didn't. Defensively, Sweat, I do not think was Superstar. Either was Ward. So very good dev-ups there. Pass rusher and corner are among the, maybe even the best positions to get dev-ups for, because it's so hard to do so. Quarterback probably the number 1, though. And here it is. Going up against the Lions, are the lowest overall team by far. We played in 88, we played in 87, now it's in 86. But watch, this will be the team that beats us. Now that's a stadium, I'm at damn home. Woo! Dallas could have played at home, but they kind of choked it, so unfortunate for them. And Jared Goff, the Lions, man, what can I tell you? This offseason, they are really loving Goff. Not a great start for either team. Jesus. Finally some points. 3 points. 6 points. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, a little bit more. 10 all at halftime. I mean, I'll take it. We weren't looking super strong out the gate. 17-10, 17 all. This is a close battle. Slow it down a little bit, which is going to help them. Maybe not. What is happening? We get a pick. Defense wants it all. Offense is just like, you know what? You want another try? Here you go, offense. Wait, how do they have the ball? I don't even know how they had the ball there, but apparently they did. Driving down clutchly. I don't think I can accept this. We'll see, though. We'll make sure that we did miss the field goal. We ran the ball out. Okay, so I don't want to force a win, but I'm going to. Simply put, Harrison Butker would have had like a 35-yard field goal he needed, and I just don't think that's something he would have done, right? They would have had to block it. Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't want to force the win, but at the same time, it's the Super Bowl. I'm going to resim. I'm just going to do a resim. You guys will be caught up in the second half, or unless one of the teams is just dominating. All right, this sim really wasn't going super well for us, but it turned around a little bit. As you can see, we're down 7 now. Tied up at 29 all. Field goal stoppage, 4 minutes left. Similar situation, but this time the field goal would tie it up, and apparently we lose. We lose the Super Bowl 29-32. I'll be honest, we got absolutely scammed. Obviously, the first game, it would have been, once again, I don't know, something around 30-some yard field goal for the win. And instead, we lose the Super Bowl to the NFC, which has happened back-to-back seasons now. Not our choice, but very good quarterback performances. I'm not really mad about that. Najee really didn't play super well. Neither did. Neither side did, and both are pretty similar running backs, similar skill set as well. Kinlaw crushed it, man. That would have been the MVP of the Super Bowl. Well, they still would have probably given it to Lawrence, but should have been the MVP of the Super Bowl if we would have won. And unfortunately, we go into year 3 without a Super Bowl win. At this point, instead of going for as many Super Bowls as possible, it's going to be going until we just win a freaking Super Bowl. All right, so we're sitting at pick 31, and it's really pretty damn simple. We're going to be taking Max Kilgore, who they said dominated the Combine, just like he dominated Matt Portis. I don't know who the hell Matt Portis is. I couldn't find him, but Max Kilgore is going to be our pick. Can I pick him? Thank you. He is hidden. 73 overall. Automatic starter. We'll obviously take a look at his dev and then start him accordingly over, whoever. At this point, I think we have a DT, so we're going to go to the next round and then probably look to trade up. Once again, I mean, we don't have our DT set, so why not? If there is any, actually, they're gone. Both of them. Nice. They were early thirds. I thought maybe one of them would have still been there, but apparently not. I suppose let's, for once, not trade up everything from the future and go to our next pick, as everything is just lagging like nobody's business. Look at this. Hello. Thank you. The center's still there. He's worth the pick, I think, and he's not. I lied. Our next pick was all the way in the 5th round. There was a middle linebacker, and he does still appear to be there. He's good enough for me to take. Bernie Sabin. Yeah, Now we're going to take a second-round wide receiver. Of course, I don't know how good he is, but, he was still there. Second-round projection, I'll take him. And this pick's going to be the final fullback remaining, Chandler Jenkins. You don't see all the fullbacks usually go, but this time they do, I guess. All right, Kilgore, who looks to probably actually start at strong safety, if we even get a chance to pull up his thing. Oh, we did. Nice. Is only star. I really would have thought superstar, to be honest, but okay. Here's the corner I was debating on trading up for. The fact that he's only 95 speed when he ran a 4.29 is a bit wild, but I suppose I'm glad I didn't trade up. And I imagine one of these guys would have been the DT. I don't know if that's true or not, but Vasher's another DT. Oh, here's definitely one. Devontae Jackson. And this might have been the other one. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know which one I would have taken whoever would have been first. So we would have likely ended up with that guy. So I want to kind of see his dev. That's the whole point of having the two on there, is I was going to go for whoever was the best available. And he was superstar. Sweet. That sucks. That would have been our guy 100%. You guys know the way we draft. But regardless, year 3 with a solid team. Add a new strong safety. He's not better than anyone we have, but he should dev up faster. I still don't know who I want to replace him with, or replace with him. I don't even know words. Edmonds, probably. I love Edmonds so much, but Morig has got a brighter future. You can play 2 positions, though, so maybe we don't get rid of any of them. I'm not sure. Here is the lineup for year 3. Obviously looking really good with 2 99 overall wide receivers, a 99 overall quarterback, an 84 overall running back that, just because of his build and stats, well, I would say really just his build rather than his ratings, is already like a top 5 guy, basically. Our offense is pretty sick. We have Pitts, who's a star, could go to superstar this season if it's even possible. Once again, we've been debating, is it even possible to go from star to superstar without a breakout? I don't honestly know. Defensive line, obviously, Jones was okay. Year 1 was definitely better, but we'll see. You might have to replace him if we even have another season, to be honest, because, you got these 96, 98 corners. There's a lot to like. The defense definitely is the weaker part of the team, but obviously a 95-0, 89D is, especially by year 3 of a fantasy specifically, is definitely good. And a regular, that's a top, top 3, maybe even number 1 squad. Not definitely number 1 squad, but in this, it's, not even close. As in, they're not even close. As in, this is, we would be, by far the highest. I'd say the highest outside of us is maybe 86, 87. All right, we actually have some big-name re-signings already. Jalen Waddle, a 3-year, $31 million deal. I know, once again, we're not going to... Was J.C. Horn always star? I think he was, yeah. But I know we're probably not even going to have to re-sign, the players that are actually starters on the team in the future. But, I don't know. These are contracts that I don't know if you could really keep if you're us. Wyatt Davis, I think it's a 4-year deal. He is one of the starters after all. As far as these guys go, though, I don't know if you can keep them, honestly. Jalen Waddle's a freak. I guess we probably would keep Tyreek until he needs a contract. So I'll give a 3-year to Jalen. And then J.C. Horn, I guess you kind of have to let go. There's not really much you can do. Yes, we can afford him now. You know what? Screw it. We're not going to play it past the time. If we run out of money, we run out of money. Screw it. We're just going to re-sign everyone that's good. And then Trayvon obviously is a steal of a contract. So 7-year deal. Hope he gets superstar on the X Factor. Patrick Jones, I have no idea. I honestly don't know. He's decent, but bull rush. Nah, he's not even that good. His only ability is bull rush, and he's a finesse type. Screw that. Kendrick Green, that's a super steal of a contract. So I think you just give him a 6-year deal, and hopefully he devs up. Or not devs up, you know what I mean. He is developing, it is deving up, and, not the way we talk about it. So we were having a really good season, and it ended pretty damn well as well, obviously. However, we were undefeated, and then we lost 3 in a row. I was hoping, hey, maybe a 16-0 season, maybe we go all the way undefeated. Not the case, but still a really good season, obviously. Trevor Lawrence is 2nd and 3rd this time, which is still really good. Najee Harris, probably superstar. Jalen Waddle, I guess it's good we gave him the contract because he's going to superstar. Pitts, probably not the superstar. Yeah, I'm very good, right? Obviously very good. Blocking really solid outside of left tackle, but that's Madden, always a left tackle sucking. Pass rush is rough, so I'm glad we didn't go for Patrick Jones, I suppose. Harrison Butker's pretty decent. Still should be MVP, though, for Trevor, and it is. As far as the AFC side goes, you get Offensive Player of the Year as well. Max Kilgore, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Quarterback of the Year. Number 2, running back. Number 2, wide receiver. Number 1, O-line, Frank Ragnall. So a little surprising there. And nothing else, unfortunately. I want to take a look at the tight end rankings. Where would that put Mr. Pitts for catches? So for catches, he would be the number 2 tight end. For yards, he would be the number 4 tight end, and for touchdowns, probably not even close. Yeah, I'm not even going to look at it because it's going to be well below. But I'm pretty sure catches is the main one that matters to EA. I think you need to be a top 4 for yards, catches, or touchdowns to get a dev up at any, at the receiving position, specifically a tight end. So if we don't get him to superstar, that kind of proves that star to superstar might be glitched, or it's just you have to be number 1 in everything. I'm not sure, but we're at 95 overall. They're in 86. That dev up might not matter because this could be the final season already. I say already, but Rodgers to the Steelers, not physically impossible, right? Not completely impossible, but yeah, I can't really say already because the fantasy draft probably took up half the damn video anyways. Plus, all these playoff performances better than half the damn rebuilds we've had lately. Considering we've struggled, we've gotten Super Bowl wins, but we just haven't had many playoff runs lately. Obviously, a massive win here over the Steelers. They put up some points on our defense, which is really unfortunate considering some of the drives we had were just so dominant. But yeah, Najee Harris was a massive player in this game. 155 rushing yards. One of the runs went for 71 yards. Offense really wasn't that impressive. I don't know if we just had short fields or what's the story, but really didn't feel like we did that well to put up 41 points, but we did. I suppose the rushing yards were actually pretty massive. And just like that, already in the championship round, going against the rival Denver Broncos, but they're only 8-8. Ooh, but they have Mahomes. They get 3 out the gate, 10-0 now. There we go. We get field goal, finally some points, but we're down 14 points already. Huge score before half. But they get 3 after, right before half as well, after our touchdown. Down by 6. I mean, we're making plays. I don't know how they're exactly at the 25 without us kicking a field goal or having a touchdown. Offense got to make a play. They do. Down by 2. Defense makes the stop. And do we fumble? What happened there? Clutched up defense. Down 5. Offense has to make a play. Is this a punt? Like, you have to go for it. Trevor Lawrence, Tyreek Hill. Like, you can't just burn with Tyreek, right? Like, you got to probably find something. And there's Waddle holding on. Worth every penny just on that catch alone. The real question is, are they even going to have enough time? Because you know the way this game rolls. Look at the clock just drain here. And they get it. They did it on purpose. Did they go for 2? I think mathematically they went for 2 and failed it. And the Raiders win. I know he got us a 14-yard completion, and you can argue we were not going to get it or not, but I think the game was cocking us a bit. We're by far the better team, yet we were completely underplaying the entire game. Pitts clutching up. As far as sack totals, Azeez Ojulari or star, Oh, man, what a disaster. And Harrison Butker missed a kick. How long of a kick? Up to 39. 30 to 39 yarder. Nice. What a play, dude. You're only 90-something overall. Literally the best Madden punter you can have, or franchise punter, I suppose. Can't beat youth and superstar. Super Bowl against the Buccaneers. Let's take a look at that Kyle Pitts dev up, if we have it. And we don't. I'm telling you, I think it could be glitched. No dev up for Najee, though, which is, maybe telling as well. Waddle gets to superstar defensively. I won't be able to remember. I think Sweat was only star before, right? No, he was superstar. Was he? I don't even know. I think it was just offensively. You got 1 dev up. That's it. But here we go again against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 90 overall for them, which is by far the highest we've seen. But we're still miles ahead. So even if we lose, at least make it close. Did I accidentally load moments? I think I did. God dang it. Oh, come on. Please stop. Look at this. What is this? Oh, this is a huge play opportunity, right? What is this? I actually can't be bothered with this. Like, what's happening at this point? A third down alert. Play the moment, and I'll just let them play it. Just go. Do the thing. Oh, wow. This team choked. I'm playing the moment. I think. Does anyone even know what's happening anymore? Like, it's just like a disaster. Probably don't even need to. They'd probably just do it. That play's way too OP for me to allow that to be the result of this. Trevor Lawrence. That would be a massive play. One of those, like, NFL films type plays that you just see on repeat. Trevor Lawrence knew he had to make a play. And in the fourth quarter, just about 2-minute warning, that's exactly what he did. It's, you know. Let's go by next play. Oh, so I can still do the thing. I just had to back out of it, kind of. And I feel like we could have wasted some more clock, but I suppose a touchdown's a touchdown as the Las Vegas Raiders are on top of the world, of course, a fantasy realm anyways, over the Buccaneers, the Super Bowl champions. Who was the MVP? Had to be Lawrence. He was having a pretty damn good game looking at the stats alone. Never do by moments because it is a disaster. It ruins the whole experience, unless you're going to actually play them. But quarterback, who is that? Is that Mac Jones? I think it might be. I'm not sure, but yeah, Mac Jones, Aaron Donald. They had a squad, 90 overall team, but obviously just does not compare to us. We're just unbeatable. Najee Harris with the MVP of the Super Bowl, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. Would imagine some receiving in there. Not the worst receiving back in the world. And yeah, I mean, there's not really much to it. Oh, look at the confetti. It's filthy. It's good. Look at that. It should start piling up, though. Like, that's got to be something. I never really thought about that, but they definitely need to have it pile up, right? Like, that just it wouldn't be realistic. How would so much come down, and yet it's not all over the floor? Come on, dude. Also, would it be hard to breathe? Nah, it wouldn't be hard to breathe with it. And also, why is Parsons so shiny? Or Owusu so shiny? Damn it. Parsons is usually 54 in the classes we use. Mac Jones, 2 interceptions. Trevor Lawrence wasn't, like, perfect, but he was better, I suppose. Najee, the Carry City champion himself, actually had a couple of games in the postseason like that. Not really super great in the receiving game. Defensively, sack totals really weren't great outside of Aaron Donald, who wouldn't have expected that. Kilgore, the rookie, and then J.C. Horn, kind of the outliers of the team coming up clutch in this one, and we win it all. That was fun. That was a lot of fun to have, like, all the players that we were able to draft, especially since it was mainly Twitch chat that was doing it. Of course, we added a few of our own names to the list. What were we looking at? Oh, yeah, I wanted to show you guys we didn't, like, force any wins or anything like that. None of that fancy business. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. I would have went for more if we would have won a Super Bowl sooner, but realistically, like, you know, there's not much more to it. The team is maxing out, and really the only thing that would happen is the other teams would start to catch up. So this is our dominant form. This is the form that should never be beaten, even though we lost 3 games in a row when we were on a freaking 10-game winning streak. But okay, sure, no undefeated season for us. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, of course, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays, twitch.tv/Jeromepkr for streams. You know, we did the draft, or the majority of the draft, on Twitch, so maybe stop around next time for it, and you'll be able to participate. I don't know. Maybe we'll have a different type of challenge rebuild. I'm not sure. If you have a suggestion for one in the comment section below, leave it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya. We're in the witch's cave. I would love to be in that witch's cave. She is looking nice. I mean, what? Like, I did not expect there to be this many men in her garden. I wouldn't have been so interested. Wi-Fi connection. Oh no, not Wi-Fi. I'm playing a single-player game. Touch my son! What do you think you are? Michael Jackson? Oh, sorry, child. I just touched you. Well, I'll be honest. Some people would use that head for very evil things, if you know what I mean. Oh, hell no! It's like mini Kratoses. It's like meth head Kratos.